To close out week 9 of the Leukopak Lady, I will briefly discuss how developers define GMP compliance for their starting materials and how that might be slightly different than how other developers define it. Current Good Manufacturing Practice, or CGMP regulations, were designed to be flexible, allowing drug manufacturers the ability to implement controls that best meet their manufacturing needs. The word current is key here. This adaptability enables updates to practices as new technologies and systems become available. However, it also leads to non-standard practice among developers of similar drug products. This is particularly true in the field of allogeneic cell therapy, which is still growing towards the first FDA approvals. When developers submit IND applications for their therapies, they propose at minimum donor qualification and collection practices in line with 21 CFR 1271. However, they may also propose additional requirements, either because the FDA has asked them to, or they need additional requirements in place because of their supporting data or the nature of their therapy. The therapy may have a novel mechanism of action, specific cell type with unique requirements or risks, or a distinct therapeutic indication that necessitates meeting additional requirements. Some examples from my work with different developers include unique restrictions on donor health history, like only non-smokers, non-obese, and no autoimmunity, or extended viral testing to ensure that common viruses are not reactivated and cannot be detected in the donor's blood. Obviously, these differing requirements create slightly different definitions of GMP compliance or GMP compliance starting material among developers. It is crucial for developers to collaborate closely with the collectors of starting material to communicate exactly how to be GMP compliant with their IND, to develop contracts to allocate CGTP and donor qualification responsibilities, and to perform quality audits to confirm compliance before using the material for clinical therapy manufacturing. Collectors have an obligation to meet these requirements, however different they may be between different developers. Because if it's in a developer's FDA-approved IND as a requirement for GMP, then it must be fulfilled as described in that IND. This is something that collectors have a hard time accepting because they want to create a single standard product that meets every developer's need. As more allogeneic therapies progress into clinical trial phases and data on the outcomes of these differing IND requirements become available, hopefully this will give the FDA valuable information to help them better standardize the definition of GMP-compliant starting material across the cell therapy industry. Come back next week where I continue to talk about regulations relevant to Leukopak collections, including topics such as the role of accreditation in GMP compliance, collector site qualification, and key documentation for starting materials.